Hey guys, it is me again. Had to have me a sip of that sugar water, as Mad Bad Voodoo says. Uh, yeah, Richard, I know I shouldn't be drinking it. And I am cutting down on it. I have cut down on it quite a bit, but I still have to have a little bit of it. Keep me from going plumb crazy. Anyway, guys, today's Monday, October 25th, 2010. It is so good to see you guys here this evening. That makes it day 298 on a Project Jesus 365. I just stand guys. I'm tickled to have you all here. Um, as you can see behind me, I'm not watching Food Network this evening. I'm actually watching Pickers on the History Channel. I don't know if you guys ever watched that, but I actually like it. Dad likes it, so he kind of got me into watching it. So that's what I've been watching. Been mostly looking on YouTube though. I mean, just and reading in my reloading books, trying to figure some stuff out. But yeah, guys, I'm tickled to death with my responses. Well, I've not read them yet, to be honest. If some of you guys may notice, I answered my comments for the last 2 days today instead of tonight because I knew I was behind, and I got so many comments on that reloading vid, shooting my first reloads, that I said, well, I'll get these done because it'll take me a while to answer all those. So I hope they're all good. You know, it goes back to guys, and you all that know me know that I don't handle this very well. Had a comment left on one of my old vids, I think my shooting my Glock 36 vid, and I looked there and it showed I had a comment, so I went to it. And you know what gets me? These guys. Well, I'll go ahead and tell you. All it said on it was worst shooting video I've ever seen. Something about limp-wristed gun so bad it almost coming out of his hand or something. Something about is entertaining though, and then something else. I don't know what he said. And of course, I went to the guy's profile, and it's always the same. You got somebody that don't. It's somebody. They're mostly probably 12-year-old kids. What most people say. You know, they've got no videos. They've got no profile. I mean, it's a blank page with their name on it. I don't remember the guy's name. So I just did like I normally do. I hit block user, deleted the comment, and went on. I just don't know why, like I've said before, I'm from the old school. If you ain't got something good to say about somebody, don't say nothing at all. I've watched videos before that I thought were the god-awfulest things in the world, and I kept it to myself. Maybe I'm just, from a different school than a lot of people. I don't know, but, so I don't know. But, I have had actually, I've got a lot to talk about tonight, guys. I hope I can get all this in. I have actually had a couple people ask me why in some of my vids, especially if I'm shooting the bigger guns, like, one of the 45s, why it seems like I'm getting an awful lot of recoil. And I just never mentioned that before. If I'm shooting for accuracy, for some reason, if I hold a gun tight, like I do if I'm shooting at something or, speed shooting, I tend to not hardly be as accurate with it. I tend to pull to the left. And I'm working on that. I work on that every time I shoot. But, like when I did my last vid here with my reload vid, I was wanting to check and make sure that these reloads were fairly accurate. I was wanting to make sure that I had my bullet depth right and my seating right and all that, which affects accuracy. So I needed to take me out of it. And the best way for me to shoot accurate is to kind of just hold the gun a little bit loose. I mean, I actually hold it to where there's a gap or slack between the gun and my hand. But I've still got the gun good enough where it's not going to fly out of my hand. That's the way I shoot for accuracy. If I'm trying to drill the center out of a bullseye, that's the way I do it. And it does look like a lot of recoil. And, if some people, that's what gets me. These guys that get on here and try to tell you how to shoot, or like I said, mostly 12-year-old kids or people that have never even shot a gun, but I don't know. That's what I didn't need to explain myself there. I know, but if I want to get out there and shoot a gun, pull the trigger with my big toe, that's my right to do it. You know, and when I watch people doing things, even if I think they're not doing it right, I say, well, that's the way they do it, you know. But like I said, it's just trolls. So anyway, I want to get off that subject, guys. Um, let's see. Oh yeah, I wanted to. I made my first 40 caliber reloads a while ago. Not shot them yet. Well, you know, I just got them made a few minutes ago, so I'll try to shoot them tomorrow. Hopefully they'll turn out all right. But I did actually want to tell you guys that some of you guys that watch these videos that shoot, I know a few of you do. If you don't reload, or have anybody that does reload that you know that you give your brass to, is what I'm trying to say. You won't hurt my feelings a bit if you save your brass for me. And you know, I need 40 caliber, 40 Smith & Wesson, and 45 ACP. I just ordered 1,000 rounds, 1,000 cases of 10mm today, so I'm probably not going to need any 10mm for a while. But 40 Smith & Wesson, 45 ACP. If you guys have got it, you know, if you've been shooting and saving it, or from now on shoot, like I said, if you're not using it yourself or giving it to anybody, you're not gonna hurt my feelings a bit to save it for me. And maybe when you get 400 or 500 rounds saved up, or 100 rounds, or whatever you think you're gonna shoot this year, or whatever, you know, I'm never gonna complain about somebody out of the goodness of their heart sending it to me. But what I was even going to say, that, you know, I will even, you know, I don't care to pay shipping on it. It's what I'm trying to say, for you to send it to me. You know, you could probably send 500 rounds of, you know, 40 Smith & Wesson for $7 or $8. You know, I wouldn't care to, you know, I wouldn't care to give you that. So if any of you guys do that, if any of you guys, you don't have to tell me about it right now. If you just decide you want to save the brass over the next few months, or if you've got a big pile at home and you say, you know, hey, he could use that, I'll send it to him. Then just message me or something. I'll give you my address. And like I said, I don't care a bit to reimburse you for the shipping on it. Because brass is hard to get, good brass. And that's it too. You know, it's just hard to find good brass. I've got a lot of brass that was laying in mud and water, and it starts turning black and corrodes, and you really don't want that. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that to you guys. Like I said, no big deal if you don't. I know a lot of you guys shoot at ranges, and a lot of times the ranges, you know, you just kind of have to leave it laying there, and somebody there sweeps it up. But like I said, just, you know, if any of you've got any 40 Smith & Wesson or 45 cases laying around, I'll take them. Let's see, guys, what else before I get into the important part tonight. Guys, just continue to pray for me. You know, I've told you guys here in the last little bit anyway that Mondays are not good days anyway. But I think today set a new low. We just didn't do nothing today. And I know that it's probably typical Monday, but just pray, guys. Pray for me that this is not that this whole week's not going to be like this. Or, you know, I hope it's not starting of something bad. I know it's not. I know the Lord's going to take care of us, but just pray. I've not bought a gun in a while. As you guys know, I spent a little bit of money on this reloading stuff. So I seen a gun I wanted, so I ordered a gun today from a buddy. A Sig Mosquito, 22 long rifle, Sig Mosquito, in the white. It's called the Snow, I think the Snow Digital Camo. It's actually camouflage for snow. You know, it's white and gray, and they're beautiful little guns. So he's supposed to have that in by the end of the week. So hopefully I get to draw a payday so I can go pay for it. But anyway, guys, yeah, just pray for me, my business. I forgot to tell you guys yesterday too at church. Church turned out wonderful. We had a good dinner. Had almost 40 people there, so had a good turnout. So I just want to thank you guys for praying for that. Let's see, guys. Seems like there's something that I'm forgetting that I was going to tell you all, but I guess not. I've ranted about the troll. I've told you about the brass. I don't know. I guess that was about it. So let's get to the important thing tonight, guys, and that is, of course, God's Word. And as always, guys, like I wanted to remind you, if you guys need anything from me, don't hesitate to send me a message, whatever it is. If it's prayer, like I said, I can pray for you. I can have the church pray for you. And I tell you guys, sometimes prayer helps more than anything. It really does. Or if I can help you any other way, I've told people this before. If you've got car problems and you can't figure out what's wrong with your car, or you think your mechanic's ripping you off, let me know that. I can help you on that. Sometimes sometimes you can diagnose a car not being there. Sometimes you can't. Just whatever you guys need. Like I said, I'll do anything that I can do to help you guys out. So let's get to an important thing tonight, guys, and that is, of course, God's Word. We're starting a new chapter tonight, and that's Acts chapter 21. So here we go, starting in verse 1. And it came to pass that after we were gotten from them and had launched, we came with a straight course unto Cos, and the day following unto Rhodes, and from thence unto Patara. Here we go with these names again, Woody. And finding a ship sailing over into Phoenicia, we went aboard and set forth. Now when we had discovered Cyprus, we left it on the left hand, and sailed into Syria, and landed at Tyre, for there the ship was to unlade her burden. And finding disciples, we tarried there 7 days, who said to Paul through the Spirit that he should not go up to Jerusalem. And when we had accomplished those days, we departed and went our way, and they all brought us on our way, with wives and children, till we were out of the city, and we kneeled down on the shore and prayed. And when we had taken our leave one of another, we took ship, and they returned home again. And when we had finished our course from Tyre, we came to Ptolemais, and saluted the brethren, and abode with them 1 day. And the next day we that were of Paul's company departed, and came unto Caesarea, and we entered into the house of Philip the evangelist, which was one of the 7, and abode with him. And the same man had 4 daughters, virgins, which did prophesy. And as we tarried from there many days, there came down from Judea a certain prophet named Agabus. Guys, I know we're just now starting to get into an interesting story, but that's 10 verses, and I've already wasted too much time tonight to really get into the story, so that'll be something to look forward to tomorrow night. Anyway, guys, good Lord willing, I'll be here tomorrow night. You guys pray for me. Like I said, just pray that my business holds up this week. And like I said, you guys need anything, just let me know. And till I see you guys again, just remember, I love you guys. And till I see you again, good night and God bless.